more leaks appearing on the forums. Hello guys, once again, it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, we had more leaks coming up. We don't know if they're true or not. Of course, I only believe in two leakers, to be honest. Olivia, of course, and obviously the Chinese leaker that always leaks the stuff that normally comes up in the patches. He's been right for about 1 year or more now. And to be honest, even the stuff that doesn't come, that are on those lists, normally eventually they come afterwards, right? So here it is, the original leak that I'm trusting that it will be the main one and the most reliable one. But here we have some other ones. The first one kind of has some interesting things like the F15C, the XM800T, the SU27SM, stuff that was already showed by the dev blogs, right? But then we have some interesting things that make sense. Like, for example, the F4F ICE, that is probably going to be the main aircraft for the Germans that will have the Fox 3s, because it is basically what they have, that they can have, you know, for now without having the Eurofighter. The Leopard 2 A4M that was already leaked before. We have the T-80UE that was leaked before. The MiG-21 UPG, which is the MiG-21, the best MiG-21 of the world. You know, it will be the best MiG-21 in the game. Even carrying like R-77s and stuff for India, you know, in the UK line. The Sea Harrier, stuff that was already leaked. But then we have some stuff that would make sense, like the J-11A, for example. That would be an Su-27 for the Chinese that can carry Fox 3s. The F-15J, MSIP, I mean, just because it is an MSIP version of the F-15J doesn't mean that it can carry Fox 3s, but of course the AM4 upgrades to the original F-15Js were in MSIP F-15J, so it doesn't matter too much, it's just a naming thing, but you know, it would be, you know, upgraded even more than the MSIP upgrade, right? Stuff that was already leaked again, A1A, you know, the Brazilian version of the Italian AMX. We have the Benelux vehicles over here, the Leopards, the Mirages, the F-16s, the Vextra, the NF5, the Fokker G1. All of these vehicles that would come for France, as the Benelux are basically more Belgium and the Netherlands, tech sub-3, you know. That would make a lot of sense to help France be a little bit more competitive, especially in the tank department. Not that they like are completely bad, but of course it's always a good help. Some other stuff like the USH, like the Neymar, STRV-101R, all of these vehicles were already leaked, so it makes sense that this leak list is correct, but it might be just a very, very good guess. I mean, if you asked me to actually make a leak list, this would probably what it would look like. With some stuff that, you know, the Antelope, the ZSL, I wouldn't, you know, remember them too much. Maybe the ZSL because it was in the previous leak, but overall, you know, it would be something that I wouldn't like think about it. Maybe, you know, the Churchill EVRE if it wasn't leaked before, stuff like that, right? So it's too circumstantial, you know. It's probably not real, but the thing is that it's so down to earth that we might actually see this leak list becoming kind of real, you know, just because it's so actually a good kind of guess of how it is and what it is, right? Of course, there are some missing stuff that would make sense to come, like the Israeli F-15, for example, but I don't know, maybe he just forgot to add it. Then we have another one, which is basically this one, which is, you know, the same. So there are many people leaking kind of the same. It's in a different order over here, but yeah, it's basically the same vehicle lineup. And yeah, I don't know, I mean, you guys tell me if you think these are true or not. I still believe, again, that it is such a good you know, guess that even if it's wrong, even if it's just somebody's putting their opinion on it, etc., it is probably going to be right because it's so, you know, down to earth, as a guess, you know. So we have to wait and see if it is going to be true or not. You should expect various types of things like coming up this week, you know, probably a lot of devlogs, you know, but nothing too crazy, nothing too, you know, probably they are going to add the secondary vehicles, quote unquote. So if these leaks are true, for example, they're probably going to show the, I don't know, the Desert Warrior the Antelope, you know, vehicles that they don't change the meta too much, you know. For then the trailer when the trailer comes up, and it will actually bring everything that it's the main focus of the patch. That's normally what happens, right? And of course, as a bonus to that, the day after the trailer, we have the dev server, the dev stream and stuff. So then they all like show the like 90% of the stuff of the patch, right? And when can we expect those? Well, very very soon, to be honest. I mean, at the earliest, it would be late this week. But to be honest, I'm probably more keen to expecting it next week on the very least, right? I mean, yeah, we can see it coming this week, but it is just not really feasible. I don't think it's too close to the first dev vlog. I mean, sometimes we have these like the dev vlog and then one day after it's a trailer, but normally these are the patches like the October November patch, for example, which is normally a smaller patch throughout the year, right? So it is, you know, kind of, we don't know yet. But anyway, let's wait and see what is going to happen. And yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys.